Get ready, because what's about to unfold will shake Salem to its core. This is the Days of Our Lives preview for Monday, June 9th, a day when hope died and secrets were exposed. John Black is gone, despite taking the Versavix pill that was meant to save him. For Bo Brady, already reeling from Victor and Doug's deaths, this final blow is almost too much to bear. Imagine the weight that now presses down on Bo Brady's shoulders. He has always carried the burdens of his family and friends with quiet determination, but this time it's different. The loss of Victor Kiriakis, a man who played such a powerful role in shaping Bo's life, has already left him reeling. Victor's death was not just the loss of a patriarch, it was the end of an era for Bo, a final chapter in a story that had defined so much of his identity. Then came the news of Doug Williams's passing. Doug, with his calm presence and steady wisdom, had been a source of comfort in Salem's often chaotic storms. Bo could lean on him in moments of doubt, knowing that Doug's unwavering support would always be there. Losing that pillar of strength has left Bo feeling exposed, as though the very ground beneath his feet has shifted. And now, the unthinkable. John Black, Bo's friend, his partner in countless battles, has died. Even worse, John died believing that the Versavix pill would save him. He placed his trust in a cure that turned out to be nothing more than a cruel lie. For Bo, this is the final blow, a heartbreak that cuts deeper than any physical wound. He is left to wonder how he can keep going when everyone he has fought to protect seems to be slipping away. The tragedy of John's death is wrapped in a bitter irony. The Versavix pill, once hailed as a miraculous breakthrough, was supposed to be John's lifeline. Salem had whispered about this drug in secret corners, with stories of hope and healing carried on hushed breaths. But hope can be dangerous when it's built on shadows. For John, Versavix represented a final chance to defy the odds and reclaim his life. He trusted that small capsule with everything he had left. But now we must ask, was it ever meant to save him at all? Or was it a death sentence, masquerading as a cure? These are the questions that will haunt Bo Brady in the days to come. If Versavix failed John so completely, who's to say it won't fail the next desperate soul who reaches for it? And if there's more to this story, if someone out there used John's trust as a weapon, Bo won't rest until he knows the truth. In this town of secrets, justice has always been a slow burn, but Bo's determination might be the spark that sets everything ablaze. But even as Bo grapples with his grief, another storm is gathering strength in the heart of Salem. Jennifer Horton Devereaux, usually a model of poise and reason, is consumed by a fury she can barely contain. Her world, too, is under threat, though for reasons very different from Bo's. Chad DiMera has found himself drawn to Kat Green, a woman who seems to ignite something reckless and thrilling in him. Kat's arrival in Salem has not gone unnoticed, but for Jennifer, it's a threat she can't ignore. She sees Chad not just as a friend, but as family, someone she's watched grow and struggle and find his place in a world of DiMera schemes and tangled loyalties. To her, Chad's interest in Kat is nothing short of a betrayal. Kat Green is an outsider in every sense. She's a wild card with a reputation that trails her like a shadow, and Jennifer fears that shadow is reaching for Chad's heart. Her anger is a firestorm, crackling with old resentments and fresh anxieties. She won't stand by and watch Chad throw everything away, not for a woman like Kat. But Salem is a town where secrets don't stay buried for long. And as Jennifer's fury grows, so too does the dangerous chemistry between Chad and Kat. In the days ahead, this tangled web of desire and distrust could destroy everything in its path. But this is where everything gets even more complicated. Chad DiMera has always been a man who finds himself drawn to the edge, the line between what's safe and what's thrilling. He's no stranger to risky decisions, especially when his heart is on the line. And Kat Green? She's the very embodiment of that danger. Despite Jennifer's desperate pleas and Jack Devereaux's measured warnings, Chad can't seem to resist the pull. It's as if Kat's very presence ignites something deep inside him, a longing he didn't even know was there. She has a spark, a fearless wildness that seems to dance in her eyes whenever he's near. It's a spark that calls to Chad in ways he can't fully explain, but he knows he can't ignore it. In those moments with Kat, Chad doesn't see the scandal or the rumors that swirl around her. He doesn't hear the caution in Jennifer's voice or the concern in Jack's eyes. Instead, he sees a woman who makes him feel alive in a way he hasn't felt in years. It's not about rebellion, it's about possibility. And that possibility, that intoxicating hint of something new and forbidden, might be the most dangerous thing of all. As the sun dips below the Salem skyline, the rumors about Chad and Kat begin to grow louder. It's no longer just about shared secrets or fleeting smiles, it's about the undeniable chemistry that crackles between them like a live wire. Their connection is raw, electric, and impossible to hide. It's in the way Chad's eyes linger on Kat just a moment too long, the way her laughter seems to echo in his mind even when she's gone. It's in the subtle touches, the hands that find each other in the shadows, the whispers that carry promises neither of them are quite ready to speak out loud. Every stolen moment feeds a growing fire that no one else seems able to douse. Jennifer can shout, Jack can plead, but the truth is, Chad and Kat are already lost in each other's orbit. It's a gravitational pull neither of them can break free from. And as this forbidden romance begins to unfold, one thing becomes clear, it's only going to get hotter. The question now is, how far is Chad willing to go to protect what he's found with Kat? Will he stand against the fury of the town, risking everything for a chance at love? Or will he end up paying the ultimate price for wanting something he was never meant to have? Meanwhile, a different kind of drama is playing out in the shadows of Salem's courthouse. Xander Kyriakis, ever the survivor, finds himself at a crossroads that could change his life forever. His history is a tangled web of mistakes and second chances, but this time, the stakes are higher than ever. Philip Kyriakis is alive, but the damage Xander has done still casts a long, dark shadow over them both. The scars of that betrayal run deep, and Xander knows that not even his silver tongue and roguish charm may be enough to save him this time. The walls are closing in, and Statesville Prison is waiting just beyond them. Enter Melinda Trask, the formidable district attorney with a reputation for being both relentless and calculating. She's not known for mercy, but whispers are starting to circulate that she might be softening her stance. Could it be true? Could Melinda hold the key to Xander's freedom, or is she simply biding her time, waiting to strike when he's at his most vulnerable? For Xander, the answer could mean everything. Freedom or fate, a second chance or a lifetime behind bars. And as Salem holds its breath, the only certainty is that the next chapter in Xander's saga will be anything but predictable. Now, as the dust begins to settle in Salem, each of our characters stands at a precarious crossroads, their choices poised to shape not just their own fates but the very soul of this town. Beau Brady, still reeling from the avalanche of grief, finds himself adrift in a fog of sorrow that seems endless. The weight of losing Victor and Doug had already tested the limits of his strength, but John's passing feels like a final blow that has left him shattered. Yet even in this darkness, Beau knows he must keep fighting, for himself and for those who still depend on his unwavering loyalty. The question that now haunts him is whether he has the strength to keep going when every part of him feels like giving up. Meanwhile, Chad DiMera is standing on the edge of a decision that could redefine his entire future. Torn between the burning intensity he feels for Kat Green and the deep loyalty he's always held for his family, Chad is walking a tightrope with no safety net below. Kat has awakened something inside him, something wild and uncontainable, but that fire could just as easily consume everything he's built. Will he risk it all for the woman who has captured his heart, or will he find a way to balance love and loyalty without losing himself in the process? For Jennifer Horton Devereaux, the choice is just as painful. Her world has always been about keeping her family safe, about standing firm against the storms that threaten to tear them apart. But now, she's faced with a question she never thought she'd have to ask. Does she fight for Chad, even if it means confronting a truth she can barely stand to acknowledge? Or does she step back and watch as he spirals down a path that could lead to heartbreak and ruin? Her fury is a force of nature, but even she must decide how far she's willing to go to protect the ones she loves. And then there's Xander Kyriakis, the eternal wildcard. His fate hangs in the balance, teetering between the possibility of freedom and the cold certainty of a prison cell. Melinda Trask's reputation for ruthlessness precedes her, and for Xander, the stakes couldn't be higher. Rumors of her potential mercy swirl through the courthouse like a faint glimmer of hope, but Xander knows better than to trust whispers. He's been here before, caught in the web of his own mistakes, and he understands that this time, it might truly be the end of the line if he can't find a way to tip the scales in his favor. Salem has always been a place where secrets thrive, where love and betrayal walk hand in hand through shadowy alleys and sunlit rooms. But this week, the shadows have grown longer, and the betrayals cut even deeper. Each choice, each whispered promise, carries with it the power to destroy or to redeem, and the lines between right and wrong have never been more blurred. So now, dear viewers, I turn to you. Who do you trust in this tangled web? Who do you believe will rise above the chaos to claim victory, and who do you fear will be crushed under the weight of their own choices? Share your theories in the comments below, because in a town like Salem, your voice matters as much as the secrets whispered in its darkest corners. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and spoilers as the drama continues to unfold. Because on days of our lives, the only thing more dangerous than love is the truth.